1, 2, 3.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Cooking with Fee, where we go from the closing table to the kitchen table / the kitchen island. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode. Today we are making espresso cupcakes, and in reality I need one now because the way I slept last night is just not giving the energy that is needed. So I'm super excited that that's what we're making right now. Alright, so the first step is to preheat your oven. I've already done that. Preheat it to 350 so it's warming up while we're making everything. Now, second step, we're going to work on the cupcake batter. I almost said cake batter because this is cake flour, and that is the very first ingredient. I don't know the difference between cake flour and regular flour, but it did specify cake flour in this recipe. And you're going to do 2 cups of cake flour. There we go. 1. There you go. 2. Let's stick to the recipe I was about to tell y'all all-purpose flour probably would do, but again, let's stick to the recipe. I don't know why it needed to be so specific. Okay, so by the way, I found this from Instagram, so I screenshotted the caption which had the recipe, which was fun. All right, now we're gonna need 1 teaspoon. 1 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So get our whole, okay, make sure it's not hard in there. 1, and then I'm gonna use my 1/4 and do this 3 times, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Ugh, that sound is irritating. Now, 2/3 cups of brown sugar. I need to use this for that, so actually, I don't want to pour this in there. 1 second. May not make sense to you, but you got to put all the dry ingredients first, then the wet ingredients all together. So that would have messed up my whole little mojo I got going on. So you're going to take brown sugar and you're going to put 2/3 cup. We made a little bit of a mess, but that's okay. Are we right? We're right at 2/3. Awesome. Clean that up. It's gonna bother me. All right. Great. Now, what's next? What's next? 1 cup if I prefer a sweeter taste. This is light brown sugar too, so there we go. I have no idea what the difference is between light brown sugar and regular brown sugar. Okay, so now you're gonna add 2 eggs. 1, awesome. 2, great. Now we're gonna add 1/2 cup of melted butter. I did pre-melt this, look at me. And then 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. I tried this, well no. I didn't try this. It was almond extract. It smelled delicious. I think you guys saw me. I tried it in one of our other recipes. Why it tastes so disgusting, I have no idea. I don't understand. I just don't. It tastes like straight alcohol. Like this, normally vanilla extract stinks to me because it smells like, oh, because this is alcohol free. You dare me to try it? No, I'm not going to, because that last time was horrible. 1/4. Now 1 table. Okay, all right. I thought I was gonna use the rest of this. I was fully prepared to dump this in there, but you only need 1/4 tablespoon of cinnamon. I really should just dump it in there. There you go. Awesome. And then, which way does this go? Okay, cool. And then we're going to do our half cup of milk. It said oat milk specifically, but we don't have oat milk. We have almond milk. And then a pinch of salt. I don't know how much technically a pinch of salt is. I pour a lot of salt in my hand, and then I pinch some, and then I put it in there. And I feel like that's what a pinch of salt is. I watched someone else do a pinch of salt, and they didn't do that. They like actually measured it, which I feel like I'm right. It smells great already. Really, it just smells like cinnamon and vanilla. And now we're gonna mix it all together until it's smooth. We're making our own icing today, which I'm actually really excited about. So yeah, there's that. Now, really, well, the Bible says not to vent, so I'm not venting to y'all, but I don't know another word for what I'm about to, no, I'm not complaining either. Those sound horrible words, but I'm just telling you about what the market is like right now. Real estate wise, people are still very scared of the interest rates because they've, hit a standstill of being at that 7 point, or honestly, the lowest rate you're going to get right now without buying down your points is 6.9, no matter where your credit is, which is a little sucky, but it has put us again in a buyer's market. So we have people buying down points, we have people offering, we have sellers buying down points, we have sellers offering closing cost. So there's pros and cons. Really, those that are taking the kind of not stiff end of the stick, what is it? The short end of the stick are the sellers, because we see homes sitting a little bit longer than what they were before, a little longer than normal. And then on top of that, once they do officially sell, some are going lower than asking price, and we do see that happening quite a lot in this time. So if you're a buyer, it's a great time to buy. If you can get pre-approved, go for it. Don't be scared of your interest rate. Sellers are literally paying that down. They're buying down points for you. Buying down points, again, if you don't know, if you have not watched some previous videos, it means if you have a 6.9 if you have a 6.9 interest rate and they buy down your points, however much money they offer to buy it down, you could go down to a 5. I think that's the lowest credit score, that's the lowest interest rate right now you can buy, I believe, is in the 5s. You can't really get lower than that. All right, this feels pretty smooth to me. I'm gonna double check that I have everything in here and read the instructions. Preheat your oven to 350. We already did that. For the cupcake mix, in a large bowl, mix together the melted butter, yep, eggs, yep, milk, yep, sugar, yep, vanilla extract, yep. Add the flour, baking powder, and cinnamon, and salt until smooth. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. So that is all of these ingredients. We're gonna clean this up and get I only have a mini muffin sheet, so that's what we're using. So I'm probably gonna be putting batches in and out of the oven, but this should make 12 of normal size cupcakes. But we're gonna grab our pan. Grab your pan and meet me back here in a second. Get rid of this. All right, so I do have these cupcake liners in here because, again, I'm gonna be putting these in and out since these are mini trays. Now it says in a normal one to go ahead and put like 3/4 of your batter. Ooh, this is runny. Into this, but again, I am in mini trays, so I don't really know how much that is, how much I'm supposed to put in here. So we're just gonna eyeball it until it like sinks in. Eyeball it. So go ahead and pour in your batter. There you go. That looks right. That looks good. I kind of want to scoop. I'm gonna take my tablespoon and just scoop it because that spoon was just not doing it for me. There you go. As you can see, I'm trying my best not to make a mess right here. Here you go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. There we go. This is very effective in reality. Awesome, so we've got them all filled. I don't know why they're doing this little dimple thing. I don't really like that, and I feel like it's gonna mess up our thing here that we got going on. So if you know why it's doing that, share. Ooh, let me add some more in this one. So sorry, people, so sorry. But again, I have no idea why it's doing that. Now we're going to put it into the oven for 22 to 24 minutes. And while that's in the oven, we're gonna make our icing. Okay, so I've been taste testing as we go along. I definitely had some of the batter and I had some of the icing. There's a lot of coffee in this. I probably should not have used the liquid coffee, but I did. And this is a bag of icing. So when we did mix everything together, it was a bit runny because of the butter being so warm. So I just added a crap ton of cornstarch to thicken it up. It didn't do too much, but it did enough. Okay, back to real life. So this is our bag of icing. It is very watery compared to what it should be, but that is okay. And I looked for icing bags, but I couldn't find any. I didn't look too hard in reality. So we're going to take a small, when I was looking for the icing bags, there's like a little tip that's supposed to go there. And in the video, they use that to like cut a hole out. Again, I couldn't find it. So we're gonna use a 1/4 teaspoon and I'm gonna dig a hole out. Make a little hole. Just like that. Hoorah! Okay, and then we're gonna take half a teaspoon. So I used 1/4 to dig the hole out. I'm gonna do half a teaspoon of, I really don't need to add any more espresso into this, but this is what the recipe calls for. And you're gonna pour it in there. Okay, that wasn't a lot. That wasn't a lot at all. And then we're going to make sure this could be real dangerous because this is not exactly the consistency it's supposed to be. And we're just gonna take the smallest, oh, that was huge. That was huge. I just cut a huge hole. It wasn't small. You're supposed to make sure it's small. That was not small at all. And you're just gonna put that in there. Okay, come back, be normal. Okay. Ooh. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. But delicious. Oh, I feel bad. I'll eat this one. There we go. We're only gonna do one on camera for the sake of time, and I'll do the rest off. And then we're gonna, there you go. It's so runny. It's not the right consistency in the slightest bit, but that's okay. And now we're gonna taste test. Like, look at that. Not the consistency of icing in the slightest bit, but it's delicious. And now we're gonna taste test, and I'm making a mess everywhere. It's okay. It's all right. It smells delicious. The ice, it tastes good. Not the right consistency though. Literally like every other recipe, but I'm so excited. I am also a little scared because there's a lot of just straight espresso in this. This is good. If I was tired before, I am not anymore. That was a mess. But delicious. Don't give these to little kids. These are grown-up treats because they will not sleep for days. But all right, that was this recipe. We're done. You want to try one? Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Cooking with Fee. Be back same day, same time for another recipe. Bye.
1, 2, 3.